Life is difficult, but God is faithful. People can drive you crazy. They're unreliable, but God is faithful. Sometimes life just doesn't make any sense. What's happening is confusing and overwhelming, but God is faithful. Therefore, trust God. Today we're talking about the faithfulness of God. I'm Dave Early. We do this type of teaching 5 days a week, and this week we're talking about God, and we're talking especially today about the faithfulness of God. What am I talking about when I say God is faithful? I'm saying He's steadfast, He's loyal, He's solid, He's dependable, He's consistent. What God says, who God is, what God does, it's all consistent with God. God is faithful. Scriptures remind us God's faithfulness is a shield around us. We can count on that. God's faithfulness extends to all generations. It isn't something that just happened back then in the Bible. God is exactly the same amount of faithful today as He was then. God's faithfulness remains forever. It's not going away. God will still be faithful 100 years from now, 1,000 years from now, all through eternity. God's not going to get sick and die or anything like that. God is faithful forever. God's faithfulness demands the fulfillment of His promises. God's faithful to keep His promises. He's faithful to keep His words. Not only will He, but He's able to. So God is faithful. And God's faithfulness is really built on a threefold foundation. Because these three things are true, we know God is faithful. The first one is true. God is true. Jesus said, I'm the way, the truth, and the life. Isaiah 65 says He's the God of truth. Exodus 34 says God abounds in truth. Psalm 19 says God speaks the truth. We can trust God's faithfulness because God is true. He's not going to lie. He's not capable of lying. He has no reason to lie. God is true. It also stands on this foundation. God doesn't change. God hasn't changed, isn't changing, won't change. Psalm 102 says God's the same. He's the same through all generations. Malachi 3:16, I am the Lord, I do not change. That's called the immutability of God, the fact that God does not change. James 1, he says in the New Testament, He doesn't change in the midst of turning. God is changeless. He's immutable. God does not change. Jesus said He's the same yesterday, today, and forever. You can count on God. God is faithful. God doesn't change. He's not going to change. You don't have to worry that He got up and had a different idea or he's heading in a different direction. God is who God is, and God does not change. The third foundation of which His faithfulness is built is He's eternal. God is going to be there forever. He's been there forever, and He's going to be there forever. He's the eternal King. He's enthroned forever. He's everlasting to everlasting. You say, well, what does that even mean? That means God's infinite reaching all the way through all the past forever, and God is infinite, reaching all the way through all the future forever. God extends from everlasting to everlasting. He doesn't change. He's true. He's faithful. You can trust Him. That's what this is about, and I believe some of you are in a situation right now where God is just telling you, relax, rest, trust me, and you'll see what God can do. Well, I'm Dave Early. Thanks for joining us. If you haven't yet, follow us on Facebook, like that page, or subscribe to our YouTube channel. Share these videos with your friends. Join us tomorrow. God bless you.